Hello, and welcome to the IELTS speaking test. Can you please introduce yourself for me?
Hello, my name is Fatima Doanskha, and when I was born, my father wanted to name me Saba, so people call me Saba, and my close friends call me Sabu.
Very good, very welcome, Saba.
Thank you.
We're going to go through the three sections of the IELTS speaking test. I will walk you through each section as we go. Let's start with the first section. Can you please tell me what you do, Saba? Do you work or are you a student?
I don't work, neither am I a student. I just quit my job several months ago, and the reason was that I was paid peanuts.
So you're actually enjoying your time these days. So is there anything, what are the advantages of actually not having to work or not having to go to university?
I spend my leisure time with my nephews and my nieces, and I just paint the town red with my friends.
And are there any disadvantages to this, having your time to yourself and not having to do anything?
Yes, because when I was working in a cozy cafe, I was getting familiar with different types of people, and I spent much time with them and got familiar with them, and it was a great experience. And nowadays I think that I'm a bit alone, and I'm between jobs actually, but yes.
Very good, thank you very much. Saba, we're going to talk a little bit about pets now. Have you ever had a pet, or have you ever raised a pet?
Yes, I have. I was the apple of my parents' eye. I remember when I was turning 10, I asked them to give me a pet as my birthday gift. They did so, and I was gifted a cute 4-month-old puppy. I was on cloud 9, but after a couple of years, she almost died from getting hit by a car.
Oh, okay. And do many people in your country actually have pets?
In the past, a few people were keen on having pets, but these days, individuals' enthusiasm to have a pet has raised significantly. That nowadays people have at least one dog or cat and treat their pet as one of the family.
And is there any animal that you would like to have as a pet?
Absolutely, there are some animals such as parrots, rabbits, and turtles, which I've always wanted to own. But if I were to choose one of them, I would definitely prefer to have a parrot, because I think that parrots are clever as well as unbelievably graceful.
Very good. And let's go to the second part of your speaking. In this part, I'm going to give you a topic. You have 1 minute to think about the topic. You're allowed to take notes, and then you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about it. I will tell you when your time is up, when your 2 minutes is over, so you don't need to worry about that. I want you to describe an interesting neighbor that you had. Your 1 minute starts now. Okay, so your 1 minute is over. You can start talking now.
That's an interesting question, for I have a wonderful neighbor whom I'm going to talk about. In fact, she is a well-known sculptor in my hometown and has terrific works of art made from what people throw away. Her name is Elnaz, but she likes to be referred to as Ellie. I've known her since 2015, and she has a calm, relaxed manner. I wish I could be as placid as she is. Having said that, she's a lone wolf and shuns publicity. Although she is in her mid-60s, she is very in shape and vibrant. I find her apparel and style really attractive. She has an exquisite taste in fashion. She always puts on fashion items in neutral colors and sticks to classic styles and steers clear of new trends. She's benevolent and philanthropic and donates a good portion of her income to families who are experiencing financial hardship or live in poverty. Not only does she show kindness to people, but she treats animals kind-heartedly and is willing to take any waifs and strays in her house. For the record, she has 9 cats. I drop in on her on weekends. I know she likes candy, so I always buy her candies. I help her clean her house, and after spending some time at her home, we go for a stroll together and talk about many different things. As usual, I ask her to give me a piece of advice. She's one of the wonderful people I've ever met in my life, and we have a very good friendship. Honestly, if I hadn't been so busy, I would have spent much time with her.
Very good, thank you very much. Sabo. We're going to continue our discussion regarding neighbours and things alike. What do you think of the relationship among neighbours in the city in general?
When it comes to the relations with neighbors in the city, my contention is that nowadays people don't socialize with their neighbors as they used to. As much as they used to. But I think people who reside in the rural areas have better relationships with their neighbors.
Very good. And has the relationship among neighbors changed over time?
From my point of view, yes, the relationships between neighbors has changed gradually. These days, people prefer to live their own life, and many of them even don't know who lives beside their house. I guess the chief reason for this is that these days people are extremely busy doing their job, and they don't have much time to communicate with their neighbors.
Very good. And what can be done to improve the relationship with neighbors?
There can be various ways which may lead to the improvement of neighbor relationships. For example, people can invite their neighbors to their home. As a result, they can get familiar with each other. And this can also help them to establish a good relationship, and with time they can become friends.
Very good. And Sabo, what kinds of problems can people have with their neighbors in general?
There can be some behavior which may result in neighborhood conflicts. I know I shouldn't generalize, but I think one of the main problems among neighbors is spying. Some people are so nosy and sometimes invade other people's privacy. Another issue can be late night noise, which makes people's peace be shattered. But I think such like problems can be solved easily by just negotiation. It's not rocket science.
Very good. And as your final question, how do you think the neighbors can help each other?
My viewpoint is that neighbors can be really helpful and beneficial for each other. For example, when a person is aware that their neighbor is under the weather, they can bring them food. That's simple. Or people can ask their neighbor to look after their children when they're away, or give them a hand when they want to throw a party, and such like things.
Very good, Salwa. Thank you very much.